জন্মকে সামনে এগিয়ে নেওয়ার জন্য তাদেরকে নাচ গান বাংলা কথা এগুলি শেখার জন্য যারা কাজ করে থাকেন আমরা তাদের দুজনকে আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি মঞ্চে আসার জন্য। আপনারা জানেন যে এই সাংস্কৃতিক অনুষ্ঠান থেকে শুরু করে সবসময় তাদের পারফরমেন্স আপনারা উপভোগ করেন। এই দুজন আমি আমন্ত্রণ জানাচ্ছি তানিয়া মানিক এবং মিস্টার রহিম বাদশাহ। মিস্টার রহিম বাদশাহ হাঁটি হাঁটি পা পা করে খুব সুন্দরভাবে এগিয়ে আসছেন। এখন তারা তাদের অভিজ্ঞতা শেয়ার করবেন। ধন্যবাদ।
ধন্যবাদ মিস্টার মিজানুর রহমান। Dear respected board members and distinguished guests, it's an honor to present on behalf of BAFA's cultural team. Now, Mr. Bachar and I will switch our hand as the reporters. Mr. Rohit Pasha will explain how we prepare our kids for cultural events, and I will explain why we engage our next generation for the cultural event. Go ahead, Pasha.
Thank you, Ms. Bodi, and good afternoon, everyone. Once again, thank you for joining us today. I can't believe that BAFA is celebrating its 10 years of journey today. It's really a big milestone for us, and I'm so happy to be a part of BAFA family and witness the historic moment of 10 years celebration today. As you all know, BAFA's one of the core missions is to promote Bangladeshi culture in our community. So, since its inception, BAFA was deeply committed to promote Bangladeshi culture and heritage for our next generation, especially among our children. BAFA organizes multiple events a year. However, our two signature events are celebration of Bangla New Year, which is Poila Boishakh, and the Victory Day of Bangladesh. And the main attractions of these events are kids segments like chorus, dance, and fashion show, etc. Our kids were born in this country, and English is their main language. Making kids ready for Bangladeshi cultural events are not an easy task. Rigorous practices are needed to prepare them for the final day. So, how do we prepare them for their final stage performance in front of hundreds of audience? Well, we always follow some of the procedures. First, we select some of the event-based songs and dance music. Later on, BAFA board approves the selection, and then the real work begins. We write the whole song in English. For kids' convenience, we prepare the MP4 file to display on the projector. Then, we contact the parents for interested kids and prepare the final list. We set a rehearsal schedule and create a messenger group with participants' parents. During the rehearsal, we explain to kids the meaning of the song and why we will pick that song. In each rehearsal, we provide snacks and allocate the playtime for all the kids, so kids feel the homely environment. Each kid needs different attention based on their skill. As you can see on the screen, the kids are deeply engaged in their final performance. We create such an environment where kids look forward for the weekend. They are so excited to come to BAFA as always. We always appreciate those parents who love BAFA and send their kids to learn about our heritage from this organization. We hope for their continued support in future. I mostly train the children in songs while Tariq focuses on teaching them dance. Now, let's listen to her while we engage our next generation for the Bangladeshi cultural events. Thank you all.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Pastor. While I teach dance to kids, but I like to share a secret. I often reach out to Mrs. Salija Sattar, a dedicated community member who has been helping us choreograph dances for both children and adults over the first few years. I want to express my sincere appreciation to her for her support. In addition, I like to thank a few others who also teach and support different capacities. Ms. Jakia Nalufar, Mrs. Shormi Khan, Mr. Abdullah Khan, Mr. Gaji Huda, Mr. Anwarul Haq Lahu, and Mrs. Jannal Joni. Thank you all for your contribution and support. Now let's talk about why we teach our kids. We want them to learn that our culture, heritage, and language so they can understand the richness of our culture and history. At BAFA, we prepare children from an early age to overcome stage fright. With regular training and opportunities to perform in front of audience of more than 300 plus people, they gain confidence and skill. When children practice this at a young age, they are more likely to excel later in life. To become successful leaders and managers, children also need discipline. At BAFA, we emphasize this by teaching them to listen to instruction, present themselves with confidence, and participate in group discussion. While they engage in this environment, they also build meaningful friendship with other kids in this community. And finally, and most importantly, we encourage them to stay connected to their roots. As the BAFA slogan says,
Building a stronger community starts from the root.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ms. Tanya Manid and Mr. Rahim Badshaw for your wonderful presentation. Why do we engage children into the BAFA program? I hope you have enjoyed that. Please give them a very big hand for that beautiful presentation.
Before I introduce the next speaker, I'd like to start by quoting an American former World Tour tennis player and a legendary figure in both sports and social justice. Billie Jean King once said, "Sports teaches you character. It teaches you play by the rules. It teaches you to know what it feels like to win and lose." Yes, at BAFA, along with promoting next generation, carrying out humanitarian activities, we also run a sports club. Now I would like to invite BAFA Sports Secretary, Mr. Farah, Dr. Mohammed Farah, to share with us how we actively engage our youth in building a healthy and vibrant society. How our sports programs are organized. Let's welcome Dr. Farah.
Assalamualaikum. আমি একটু সময় নিব। আমি যখন 2018-তে আমেরিকা আসি, দুইজন মানুষকে চিনতাম, একটা হচ্ছে বাবুল ভাই আর একটা হচ্ছে রামেশ্বর। তো এরপর আমি যেহেতু আমি স্পোর্টস ভালোবাসি, হঠাৎ করে রতন ভাই বলল, আমাদের একটা ক্লাব আছে, আপনি খেলতে চাইলে আসতে পারেন। সেই থেকে আমার শুরু বাফার সাথে পথ চলা। So since I am a sportsman, my next speech would be structure in English, sorry, because most of my words actually in English. Dear respected board members and distinguished guests, Assalamu alaikum. It is an honor to present on behalf of BAFA GSC, Gym and Sports Club. GSC is the vital part of BAFA's core team, dedicated to promote sports and fitness within the community. Since our inception, we have been organizing winter and summer sports. As you remember last year, we organized the best annual winter indoor sports featuring games like table tennis, carom, ludo, chess, cards, and etc. A lot of enthusiastic participants from the community enjoyed the competition. Late Montuvar was one of the participants in the tournament. In May 2024, our table tennis players achieved remarkable success, winning double championship at the BAFA tournament. Recently, for the first time, we formed BAFA GSC cricket team competing in the Empire State Cricket League T20 tournament. So far, we won 2 man of the match awards and a victory against Gully Balls. We are going to participate CDCA Capital District Cricket Academy for T12 tournament in NY Oval Field in this fall. We are looking forward to hosting another community dinner free of cost for sports club before this winter. Besides organizing events, GSC promote other teams to flourish. Last year, we donated $500 to Uma Dhuma, a Bangladeshi cricket team from Albany. Looking ahead, we are excited to host an all-inclusive bike ride along the Mohawk-Hudson bike trail, free for all participants. Additionally, we hold a BAFA fishing day once a year for community members. A permit for fishing has been granted from New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, and BAFA is listed as an event organizer on their official website. GSC of BAFA organize all these activities to educate, train, and inspire to our next generation towards a healthy, active lifestyle. If you haven't joined us yet, please do. Together, let's build a healthier, stronger community. Thank you all. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Dr. Farad, for your valuable speech. Transparency and accountability are the most important pillars of any organization. As a 501c compliant non-profit, we are required by federal law to file our taxes with the IRS every year, and we take this responsibility very seriously. Our accounting practices are clean and well maintained. We are also fortunate to have 2 certified accountants, Mr. Abdullah Khan and Mr. Moshur Rahman Sohel, serving on our board, which further enhances our financial integrity. At this time, I would like to invite our current General Secretary, Mr. Abul Bashar, and our current Finance Secretary, Mr. Moshur Rahman, to present the financial report.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor to produce this report and present it to you here today. As we celebrate 10 years of transparency with the Bangladeshi American Foundation of Albany. Over the past decade, BAFA has not only been a platform for community growth, but also a model of accountability and resilience. When BAFA was first established in 2015, we began with total contribution of $24,000 plus and expenses of $21,000 plus, which was ending our very first year with a positive balance of $3,000 plus. And that was the foundation of our financial journey. Since then, like any growing organization, we have faced ups and downs. In 2017 and 2018, expenses slightly overweight our contribution, leading to a small deficit. By 2019, our balance rebounded, and despite the global challenges in 2020, where we faced a significant deficit of 8,000 plus, BAFA did not falter. Instead, we came back stronger in 2021, finishing the year with a remarkable surplus of $12,000 plus. Our progress continued in 2022. We ended up with a healthy balance of $7,000 plus. In 2023, we maintained steady growth with a balance of $4,000. And these numbers are more than just figures on a financial report. They represent the trust, generosity, and dedication of our community. They tell the story of how far we have come from the modest beginning, through challenges, to stability and strength. Thank you. Now, I would like to request our current Secretary of Finance, Mr. Masihur Rahman, to continue with the rest. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abul Bashar, and thanks to everyone for being here today. As a non-profit organization, BAFA ensures financial accuracy and IRS compliance, and publish financial reports to general public on a regular basis. Today, I will share the financial report of 2024-2025, last 10 years contribution and expense comparison, key financial highlights, humanitarian activities, and current BAFA bank balance sheet. And let's get started. In 2024, we ended up much healthier than any of the year with $34,288 in contributions and spent $29,310, which leaves a balance of $4,978. We are confident that BAFA will continue to progress in 2025 as well. Dear audience, here is a 10-year overview of BAFA's financial activities. Contributions have generally grown steadily with minor fluctuations. It also shows BAFA yearly contributions and expense comparison showing balanced financial activity. We are glad to inform you that over the last 10 years, BAFA has had $188,478 transactions, out of which the total expenditure is $154,299, with a balance of $30,089. We are planning to buy a property for BAFA in the future, and we expect all of your continuous support. This chart shows key source of contributions and key source of expenditure. Ladies and gentlemen, besides cultural programs, BAFA raised $54,179 for humanitarian efforts over 10 years, including a $10,000 donation from Sultana Rahman, New York Life, and a $5,000 grant from Clinton Park Council. BAFA currently holds $30,090 in cash in bank and $10,089 in asset, totaling $40,179. We sincerely thank all members, volunteers, sponsors, and supporters. For questions, please contact us at admin@noibafa.org. Thank you for being with us today.
আমরা almost শেষের দিকে চলে যাচ্ছি। Thank you, Mr. Abul Bashar and Mr. Monsur Rahman Sohail for presenting the financial report. Let's give them a big round of applause, please. Since its inception, BAFA has been guided by one living document, our Constitution. According to the Constitution, elections are held every 2 years, with the Election Commissioner taking charge of process 2 months prior to ensure fairness and transparency. Anyone interested in serving on next year's board must submit their request directly to the Election Commission. It is important to note that Election Commission is an independent body, completely separate from BAFA board, and is solely responsible for conducting the entire election process. Over the first 5 elections, many respected members have served as the Election Commissioner. Our respected election commissioners are Mr. Jubair Rahman 5 times, Mr. Sadiqur Rahman 2 times, Mr. Shafiqur Rahman 3 times, Mr. Ghazi Huda, Mr. Azad Ripon, Mr. Mudassir Rahman, Masidur Rahman, Mr. Abul Bashar, and Mr. Shamim Khan. We like to express our sincere appreciation for their services.
ধন্যবাদ সবাইকে। আপনারা জানেন আমরা প্রায় শেষের দিকে চলে এসেছি। আপনাদের জন্য অপেক্ষা করছে মরক্কো সাংস্কৃতিক অনুষ্ঠান এবং আমাদের মাঝে করে শিল্পীরা উপস্থিত হয়েছেন। আমরা কিছুক্ষণের মধ্যে শুরু করতে যাচ্ছি। হ্যাঁ, কথা নয়, কথায় আছে একটি ছবি 1000 শব্দের সমান। গত 10 বছরে বাফা আমাদের এই ফেসবুক পেজ, ওয়েবসাইট এবং ইউটিউব চ্যানেলে অসংখ্য ছবি ও ভিডিও সংগ্রহ করেছে। এই প্রতিটি ছবি আমাদের যাত্রার সত্যিকারের সাক্ষ্য। এই স্মৃতিগুলি নিঃসন্দেহে অমূল্য। শুরুর দিন থেকেই আমাদের একজন নিবেদিত বাফা সদস্য লেন্সের পেছনে ছিলেন আমাদের সকলের জন্য এই মুহূর্তগুলো ধারণ করার জন্য। শুধু গত 10 বছরে তিনি বিভিন্ন বাফা ইভেন্টের প্রায় 10,000-এর বেশি ছবি তুলেছেন। আজ আমাদের জন্য এই গর্বের বিষয় যে আমরা সেই ব্যক্তিকে বাফা সোশ্যাল ইমপ্যাক্ট অ্যাওয়ার্ড প্রদান করতে যাচ্ছি। তিনি কি আছেন? আমাদের কাজী মাহতাব ভাই। কাজী মাহতাব ভাই, আমার মনে হয় তিনি সবসময় মঞ্চের পেছনে থাকেন আর ছবিগুলি তুলে থাকেন। আসলে উনি নিজেও জানেন না যে ওনাকে কি করা হচ্ছে। কাজী মাহতাব ভাই, কাজী মাহতাব ভাই নিজেও জানেন না এতক্ষণ আমরা কি গুণবিগুণ করলাম। তার জন্য আপনি পরবর্তীতে আপনার ভিডিও থেকে শুনে নেবেন। কাজী মাহতাব ভাইকে মঞ্চে আসার জন্য অনুরোধ করছি এবং সব সময় ইনি আমাদের এই কাজগুলি করে থাকেন। আমি মঞ্চে আসার জন্য আমাদের বাফার বর্তমান ভাইস চেয়ারম্যান আব্দুল্লাহ খাতুন এবং প্রাক্তন প্রেসিডেন্ট সঞ্জয় শিকদারকে এই পুরস্কার প্রদান করার জন্য অনুরোধ করছে। কাজী মাহতাবুদ্দিন সুন্দর হাসি মুখে কি হচ্ছে জানেন না। অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। ধন্যবাদ কাজী মাহতাব ভাই, সবসময় এই কাজগুলি করে থাকেন, ছবি তোলেন, ভিডিও আপলোড করেন, ইউটিউবে দেন, নীরবে কাজ করে যান। অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। কিছু বলবেন? অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ।
এখন আসছে আমাদের মাঝে সুমিতা বন্দি।
Dear honorable guest, we are now entering today's final presentation. Before moving on to our next attraction, our cultural program, BAFA has a rich and remarkable history, and it is impossible to cover all aspects of BAFA in one event. To present BAFA's journey and its achievements over the past 10 years, the BAFA board entrusted Mr. Javed Munir, one of the core founders and the first executive director, with this task. BAFA's current president, Mr. Sohail Ahmed, will assist Mr. Munir with this presentation. Let us now hear the fascinating history of BAFA's 10 years.
Hello. Hello. Dear respected board members, founding fathers of BAFA, and distinguished guests, it is my privilege and honor to present this report on behalf of BAFA. Before I present that report, first of all, I will go through BAFA's objective as one of the founder and one of the author of Constitution talk about it. So before I go there, I wanted to exactly capture that part, how BAFA is holding that value for last 10 years. So first of all, we promote Bangladeshi community, create environment appropriate for upbringing of the community, and organize social and cultural festival, and also we do humanitarian work. This objective, I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is what BAFA's main objective. The founder fathers of BAFA, they actually envisioned that. Those visionaries originally came on this idea. And I'm really glad that Hasif Khan, one of the founder who mentioned that, Hasif Khan was one of the constitution author, and co-author was Ratan Huda. First of all, Asif, I'd like to give you that honor. Can you stand up for a second? As we mentioned, we always promote our next generation kid. Abdullah Khan Sudushar had a dream that we should start a Bangla school.
About few years ago, with the assistance of Ratan Huda, who was the instructor of Bangla school, we started Bangla school, and many kids who speak English as their second language, they came in and learned Bangla. And then, another idea I always thought about a music school. One of our talented artists in our community, her name is Tariq Doctor. We actually had a 6-month Bangla music school, and about 15 students graduated from there, and Mrs. Tanya Mani was leading that. So basically now I'll go through the history of BAFA, because I had a plan to talk about it for a while. Unfortunately, it's taking too long. All I'm going to say, I'll highlight a few words. On August of 2020 to 2014, there was a community hall meeting, and that meeting, there was a request came in to restructure OBA and submit a report to build a community center. And after that, in that meeting, as you can see in those pictures, that meeting about 8 or 9 members been nominated to write a report how to build a community center and how to reform the structure of our. During that time, this committee member came back and actually they submitted a report. I'm just going to skim through. Just you can see all those signatures. These are the people who actually submitted that report. And Hasib was one of the authors for that report. Back then, actually after we submit that report, it was disregarded. During that time, those members, they started to do some of the cultural events. We did 2 cultural events. That cultural event was led by Sharmi Khan and Zakia Nilufar. They did 2 cultural events before BAFA was established. About 350 people joined that cultural event. And that was the first cultural event in the Albany community. That big cultural event. After that, I'm doing that report live from the website, and all those information are in the web. On September 12, 2015, there were about 150 people in a community gathering. During that time, we, the founders of BAFA, actually submitted our ideas, which is the kind of constitution, but it was not the real constitution until people signed it. Those 14 members, you can see in the picture. Back then, Abdullah Khan Tushar produced that report. That event was moderated by Hasif Khan, and all 14 of us were there except Suel. Suel was in Bangladesh. After that, we actually, in that meeting, we submitted about 8 or 10 organization names. Out of that, BAF received 47 votes. And that's how we get the name Albany, American Foundation of Albany. I'm sorry, I'm retired. Anyway, that's how the BAFA name came in. After that, we, as you see outside, we actually submitted the Department of State, the organization registration. And during that time, about 12 people signed that application. In April of 2016, we first received our non-profit status. However, I am not going to make it bigger due to time crunch. I'm just going to talk about few things. what we stand for. Because I'm not going to go through all of them, just key highlights. How BAFA impact our society. A 12 years old kid, Fahim Fina, we were collecting donation for Bangladesh. The 12-year kids collected 400 baht in exchange of $20. If Fahim Fina is here today, Fahim Fina maybe I would say, I'm really proud. Fahim set an example. And not only Fahim, then I'm going to go through another kid. In 2016, we are collecting money for hurricane victim of Haiti. During that time, Nora Khan, daughter of Nisa Khan and Tushar Khan. Nora was 12 years old. Nora was collecting bottle in Walmart and different stores. And this is the picture you can see. What does this do? This is the testimony that BAFA is building in our society. Because this is the testimony is giving to our kids that our next generation will serve for humanity and will work for the country, work for the society. I would like Tushar Khan and Nisa Khan, please stand up. I just wanted to recognize you as a proud parents. I don't know if Fahim Fina's parents is here or not. Now, one more example I wanted to give. What is BAFA doing here for last 10 years? You can see this kid, Mashur Khan, son of Hasib Khan. He is right now first year medical college student. He was, I believe he was, back then what? How many years old? Maybe 16 or 16 years old, right Hasib? He gave his one-day paycheck. As soon as he found out that we are collecting money, he contacted us. He told his parents that I wanted to donate for Bangladesh. Asif and Shobhit, please stand up. Well, thank you. We appreciate it. And we would like parents like you spread that news, spread that thing that they can build humanism in their heart so they can come forward and work. In 2017, our community was not that big. Back then, we were collecting money for flood. One of our local businessmen, Shahjah, he collected, only few families were there back then. He collected every store he went, $2, $3, and he collected $2,500 for the flood victims. These are the extraordinary. Again, every time you donate your money for Bangladesh, you can see that we generate everything, every single penny is worth it because it's zero overhead. We actually monitor the whole thing of the web to make sure every penny is getting distributed. Not only that, as you know, so far BAFA spent $54,000 just for humanitarian donation. During COVID time, as also we mentioned in our mission statement, doing something for our community. During COVID time, when everybody was really scared, no one goes out. Can you go to COVID slide? During COVID time, we, BAFA, actually been recognized as a #1 non-profit organization out of few of them as for humanitarian cause. Because we work with University of Albany, and University of Albany did a research with Bangladeshi community for a whole New York State who cannot speak English, so help them out. That research was later on posted on Department of Health, and BAFA was one of that lead for that. Also, there was a gentleman in our community who died, and there was no one from his family was here. I remember there was hard COVID time and we had to transport the dead body to Bangladesh. And we are the only organization ever, first time ever from Albany, we transport the dead body to Bangladesh. During that time, only 2 people, I think, we had to go to City Hall and get all the certificate. And BAFA's people are there. And I still remember that day, me and Suel was there to claim that dead body from Albany Hospital and transport that body. Actually, I had so much things to talk about. Unfortunately, due to time constraint, I cannot do it. One other thing I wanted to mention, that along with all other activities, what we are doing sports club, building strength for the community, building communication, connection, so young generation can get together. We have a cricket team, and as Farad mentioned, we also indoor sports we do. That indoor sports, men and women, then they can play. We have carom, ludo, and everything. Every year we do that. So this is another community work we've been doing. Lastly, I would say, even though there are so many other activities to report, unfortunately due to time constraint, I cannot report it. All I'm going to say, please support BAFA and support from your heart. As you know, last 10 years, BAFA did $188,000 transaction. There is no organization in New York State has that much transparency. Every report we have, every penny is reported in our website. Our website is our living document. All I'm going to say, only we together can make a change. Change is not going to come all of a sudden. You gotta help others, you gotta care for others. Yes, we might have opinion differences, but we have to overcome the opinion differences to build a healthy society. And that's what we're working for. I remember for my involvement in BAFA, one person actually, 3 of the people actually bring me in BAFA. They are Ratan Huda, Mazal Ripon, and Alamir Mansur Maruf. They are the first one who contacted me. I was like, not involved with the community. And I wanted to thank them because they bring me and I have the opportunity to work with them. Ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm a senior person for you guys. I always guide you how to build leadership. One example, I think Hasib touched upon. Today, I am elected councilman. You know why that happened? Because of you, because of BAFA, because of those founders. If they did not find that BAFA, I would not be here, sitting here. I cannot build my leadership. So I wanted to see each of you, every single one of you, build that leadership, come forward, do work for your community. As I mentioned, Shobi Khan, who did the first event of cultural event, that history of Albany, that was the first biggest event, and he held 2 of them along with Jackie Nilifar. And then we did another 2 big cultural events. Eliza Saltar is not here. That event 1 year ago, that was the biggest event in Albany. We actually had to support 22 microphones that we never did. And right after that, Anurag Lablu came in and he did another big event. So all the talents, with due respect, when we reach out to you, I know we BAFA, we are not experienced, but we reach out to you for your talent. God give you that talent to spread it out, to help it. If you are a cultural person, please help us out. Anybody. And all of us, all of you are welcome in BAFA. And thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I'm sorry that I could not talk about history. I had a plan to talk a lot. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Now, we are at the end of our presentation phase. Now we are going to our cultural fun phase. Are you guys ready? All right.
আমি জানি 10 বছরের কথা এত সহজে শেষ হয় না, অনেক কথা আছে। একটু সময় নিয়েছি, অনেকে বিরক্ত হচ্ছেন বা অনেকে একটু বাইরে ঘোরাফেরা করছেন, তারপরে আমাদের হিসাব নিকাশ তো দিতেই হবে। বাফা এমন একটা সংগঠন, আমরা তুলে ধরছি আমাদের টাকা পয়সা কি আছে, আমরা টাকা পয়সাটা ভাবতে চাই না, তাই আপনাদেরকে বলে দিয়েছি আমাদের যা যা আছে, যা করেছি। আসুন কয়েকটা ধন্যবাদ দিই। ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আমাদের আজকের এই অনুষ্ঠানের সাথে যারা সম্পৃক্ত ছিলেন বিভিন্নভাবে, যারা ভলান্টিয়ার্সে রয়েছেন এবং যেসব ভাবিরা আপারা সহযোগিতা করেছেন, আপনাদেরকে একসাথে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ। ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি যারা এই সকাল থেকে শুরু করে আজকে প্রায় 2 সপ্তাহ বা 1 মাস ব্যাপী যারা কাজ করেছেন, আপনাদেরকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আমাদের আজকের উপস্থিতি। আর সব শেষে ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি টু বিউটিফুল লেডিস উইথ আস, রেডি টু গো। তো তারা বিদায় নিচ্ছে। ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি তানিয়া মনির এতক্ষণ আমার সাথে থাকবার জন্য। ধন্যবাদ সুমিতা দেব আমাকে সঙ্গ দেওয়ার জন্য। আমরা চলে যাচ্ছি আমাদের আজকের মনোজ্ঞ সাংস্কৃতিক অনুষ্ঠানে। আমাদের মাঝে উপস্থিত আছেন 2 জন গুণী শিল্পী, আপনারা জানেন নাদিরা সুলতানা এবং শিবু চাকাদার এবং তার গ্রুপ। চলে যাচ্ছি আমাদের কালচারাল ইভেন্টে। সবাই যারা বাইরে আছেন আপনাদেরকে বলছি, হ্যাঁ চলে আসুন, আমরা শুরু করব আমাদের সাংস্কৃতিক অনুষ্ঠান। অসংখ্য অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ আপনাদের দুজনকে।